Hello YouTube, this is Michael B. the Game Genie, and this is another episode of my game pickups from the New Adventure Island. Well guys, it's just past the middle of the month and I actually haven't put up a whole lot of videos. I've got a pretty good explanation for that. You see, my wife, who's away right now, we're a little bit separated because she's studying law at UNB, which is a sweater she got me for Christmas. So she's away, but she wasn't during Christmas. She was actually home for the first week of January. So because my wife was home and we haven't seen each other really in a couple months, I decided that I wasn't going to do anything on YouTube. I was just going to spend time with her, and we really made the most of our time, and that was excellent. So then she went back, and I really planned to get back into videos. So really last week was the first week I really had to do anything. I really wanted to get my Final Fight review done, which I meant to do at the end of December, but just never got around to it. And I also wanted to get at least a pickup video or maybe my NES Complete Collection video done. Last week worked out perfectly because I was going to have a bunch of time to work on that, actually. Because due to weather conditions and a pipe breaking at our work, we were actually shut down from Tuesday to Friday. Unfortunately, things didn't really work out that way. Let me show you what happened last week. Oh man, I am getting tired of this Skyward Sword. Jesus. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a half shell. Turtle power. Thou shalt not pass! Yeah, so I didn't get a whole lot done. Aside from, I don't know, just being lazy. I ended up getting the stomach flu and a bit of a fever there on Friday and a little delirious, so ended up being a waste of a week. But Friday night, I finally got to work on it, and I got my Final Fight review done and up. So then, of course, there was going to be this week, and I was going to get everything else done. Unfortunately, that didn't work out either. I went to work on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I decided I'm going to get ready to work. I get in the shower, get myself all clean, and all of a sudden I slip. I'm talking about, like, this is a perfect wrestling bump. I went back first, flew out of the shower, hit the toilet, bam, broke my toilet in half, and then hit the floor. And I was kind of lying on the floor in pain, water everywhere. But you know what? It's a good thing I actually hit the toilet, because if I didn't, I would have went neck first into the sink and tub stall, and maybe I wouldn't be here today. So of course then I was stiff all Thursday and all Friday. While I was at work Friday, I started to loosen up a little bit. Then I started to get the sniffles. I ended up getting really bad cold or flu, I don't know what it is. I've had a fever, I've been stuck in the house. I still managed to shoot 2 response videos that I wanted to do, but if anybody's watched them, you can tell I wasn't 100%. Anyways, I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. It's extremely late at night, but I want to get these videos out. So this video, unfortunately, is going to be all modern day pickups again. I know I'm losing my street cred, but this is stuff that I got for Christmas, and I'm pretty excited about it. One thing's modern day, but it's actually kind of retro, so a lot of people maybe enjoy that. But anyways, let me show you what I picked up. So, first things first, I picked up some stuff for the Nintendo Wii. This one, I actually bought for myself. This wasn't a Christmas present, and this is something I'm surprised I hadn't picked up before. I was at Walmart. I saw it there, realized that it probably wasn't going to be available forever, so I decided to pick it up. Mostly so because I own every other single game in the collection, and I just couldn't let this go, and that is Link's Crossbow Training. So this is brand new, sealed. I haven't tried it. I don't even know if I'll open it. I probably will. I've played every other Legend of Zelda game. I know this isn't a true Legend of Zelda game, but gotta catch them all. Next up is a gift my wife gave me for Christmas. My wife, I can't tell you how much she supports me and believes in my whole gaming thing, when most people would have divorced me long ago. But I was up visiting my wife in October. I told her about a game I really wanted to get for the Wii. I thought it was going to be very difficult to get. I didn't know at the time there was going to be a second printing, which decreased the supposed rarity or value of the game down the line, but I'm excited to try it out. It's a game by the original creator of Final Fantasy. That is, the last story on the Wii. I got the Collector's Edition 1, the one that looks like it's in this great book. Very excited about this. For most people who know, Final Fantasy was supposed to be Squaresoft at the time. Last ever production. That was going to be their final fantasy they released. They didn't realize that it was going to be such a success. So I find it really interesting that when this guy decided to bring this game out by Xseed, and Xseed make good stuff, he called it The Last Story, which is kind of like a Final Fantasy. Anyways, I still haven't opened it. I'm excited to try it. I've heard a lot of people say that they would have rather seen this game released on the PS3 or Xbox 360 because the Wii didn't really live up to it graphically, but I don't really care. I think the Wii is great, so I'm excited to try it out. And I'm going to try it out on my brand new Wii Mini. Isn't that cool? Anyways, this is something that I saw, I know a lot of other people in Canada here have got. I wasn't 100% going to get it, but I was out doing some Christmas shopping, and I went to a store called, oh man, I can't remember it. It used to be called Nintendo World. I think it's called Entertainment World or Entertainment Center now. And they were having a one-day sale when I walked in. So they were selling the systems for $75. And I was like, $25 off. I didn't need it. I don't know why I bought it. I just can't help myself. I'm a hoarder. So now I have a Wii Mini, and I'm going to get to try out a couple things on this. So anyways, very cool to have. Sticking with the Nintendo theme, I got a new game, again, from my wife for Christmas for my Nintendo 3DS, and that is Paper Mario Sticker Star. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm hoping that this is more along the lines of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Paper Mario on the N64. More so than Super Paper Mario that was on the Wii, which was more of an action game, kind of strange. I've never watched a single review on this. I know nothing about it, so I'll just have to check it out myself. Hoping it's more RPG based. We'll find out. I also got some stuff for the Wii U for Christmas as well. First things first, I actually got something from my mother-in-law. This was the first year I included her on my big Christmas list that I usually send out to my wife and my mother. So I decided to include my mother-in-law this year. She drew the short straw. She had to find me a Wii U Pro controller, which for some reason they weren't available here in St. John's anywhere. But she ended up finding one, so I now have a Wii U Pro controller. I haven't even opened this yet. I haven't been playing my Wii U as much as probably the first couple of weeks after I got it. I'm not sure which games you can actually use with this, but I guess I'll find out in the next little while, or if you guys have used this with any games in your Wii U, leave a comment down below and tell me which ones. I also picked up some great games for the Wii U. My wife again, wonderful woman, she got me Zombie U for Christmas. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Anybody who's looking for a game on the Wii U that basically uses the technology to its fullest, Zombie U is the game for you. Unfortunately, it's not an easy game. It is very difficult. And you know what? It's actually really scary too. They did a really good job with this. This more so reminds me of like early survival horror games instead of the action garbage we get today from the Resident Evil series. Zombie U, great game. I know Undead Space Monkey Jamie, he just finished playing this as well just before Christmas, and I think he really enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm not very far, but it's kind of funny actually. I had an audience over Christmas when I was playing it. While my wife was home, her two sisters would come over, and every time they would come over, they'd be like, "Will you play the zombie game?" So, anyways, not only did I enjoy it, it's the kind of game other people wanted to watch. And in my last pickup video, just before Christmas, I showed you that I picked up Epic Mickey on the Nintendo Wii. So, Boxing Day came around, I went out and looked at a couple sales, and I noticed that Epic Mickey 2 for the Wii U was on sale. I think it was at Walmart for $29. So, I decided to pick up a copy. So, I still haven't played Epic Mickey. I'm not going to open this and play it until I've had a chance to finish Epic Mickey. But when I do, I've got this, and I got it for a good price, 30 bucks. Guys, here's a game I was extremely excited to find. Just back around October, November, going back to Undead Space Monkey again, he was really showing off on Facebook his Silent Hill collection, and he showed that he picked up a couple other games, and he really piqued my interest in Silent Hill. I never really was a fan of Silent Hill going up through the PlayStation 2 era, just because I've never really played it. I never played the original. I rented Silent Hill 2, and anyways, the way that my PlayStation 2 worked, and I guess it was my TV, when you first play Silent Hill 2, it's really foggy. Anyways, if you don't have the right kind of TV for it, if it's dark and stuff, it just looks terrible. And anyways, I didn't want to play it. Lo and behold, Jamie starts talking about it, and I was like, hey, I should go around and look for those. So there's not a whole lot of places to pick stuff like that up. The only reliable place is a place called Games Exchange here. Unfortunately, they charge an absolute fortune. I went down, I looked for Silent Hill 1, they wanted $50 for it for the PlayStation. They had a copy of Silent Hill 2, they wanted $40 for that, and I just wasn't going to get it. But there was a copy of Silent Hill HD collection with Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3 available on the Xbox 360. So I had looked at it and I passed it up like 3-4 times at Toys R Us. All of a sudden I would go on to Toys R Us and it's no longer available. I can't find it anywhere. So it was the night before Christmas, well, not the night before Christmas, it was I think December 22nd or 23rd. I go to EB Games, or that's a GameStop for those US residents. We don't have GameStops here, we have EB Games. And I'm looking around and I don't see anything on the shelf, so I go up to the counter and I ask, you wouldn't happen to have a copy of Silent Hill HD collection? And he said, you know what, we actually have one left. It's not on display on the counter, I have it behind the counter. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said, yeah, it's brand new, $29. So I decided to pick it up. I now have Silent Hill HD collection. I'm playing Silent Hill 2 for the first time. Really enjoying it so far. Jamie, thank you so much for the recommendation. And I guess it's where I'm really into the Zombie U too now. I'm into this whole survival horror kick, so I might even go back and play Resident Evil 2 again, which is my favorite survival horror game of all time. Anyways, Silent Hill 2 and 3 and the Silent Hill HD collection. I don't know who said it. I think it was in a Pete Dorr video. He said that they really botched this game up, that the new look to it is terrible. I don't know. I like it so far. I actually picked up some great PlayStation 3 games as well. First of which is Sonic Generations. I only started playing this last night, but I gotta say, I really enjoy it so far. It's like a really cool mix of the original Sonic's redone with new graphics from the Genesis era, matched in with a little bit of Sonic Adventure. Anybody remember that really terrible Sonic the Hedgehog, the game that came out for Xbox 360 a couple of years ago? It's not like that. This is so much better. For the people that have put this down, that's fine, but you know what? I really enjoy it. Sonic Generations is not a bad game. And it's 3D compatible for people with a 3D TV. That might come up later. Also picked up PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Basically, it's PlayStation's version of Super Smash Bros. This is not usually a game I pick up. I'm not actually that big a fan of Super Smash Bros. Like, I don't play a whole lot of multiplayer games. The only reason I picked it up is my brother is really big into the PlayStation 3, and Christmas Day he got a mess of PlayStation online points, I guess it is. He decided to pick it up. He really enjoys it, so every now and then I'll try to pick up a game that maybe we can play together. So anyways, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I don't think I'm going to play Matthew yet because he's actually really good at it, and I played it for the first time the other night, and I'm not, but nah. Some cool PlayStation characters in this too. Of course, I'm playing as Parappa the Rapper, who's one of my all-time favorite PlayStation characters. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find. I actually picked this game up just a little while after Christmas. I went into Walmart, and Walmart now has this wall of $15 PlayStation games, and they've got some really good ones too. You can pick up Infamous 1 and 2, each of them are $15. Little Big Planet 1 and 2, $15, and this. I picked up the God of War Origins collection. I love the God of War series. I've played and finished every God of War game except for Ghost of Sparta, which is the second game on this. So I just started playing it a couple nights ago. It's fun so far, I'm enjoying it, and it actually looks really good on my TV, so anyways, $15, I can't complain about that. I'm probably going to go back and pick up Infamous 2 as well. I went through the whole PlayStation thing when the network crashed and we got the 2 free games. I picked up Little Big Planet and the original Infamous. I haven't played either one yet, so I'll probably play through Infamous, and then if I really like it, I'll go back and get Infamous 2 maybe. Last but not least for the PlayStation 3, a game I'm extremely excited about, and this was in my last pickup video as well. I love the Namco Tales series. I absolutely love it. I love mostly every single release. Specifically, Tales of Vesperia on the Xbox 360 I thought was incredible. Going back to Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube, I'm playing Tales of the Abyss right now on my 3DS, and I'm very excited that as soon as I'm done with Tales of the Abyss, I'm going to start playing this, and that is Tales of Graces F. I'm just going to check it out. I'm excited. I know that it's a game that didn't come here originally. It was ported onto the PlayStation 3, and I'm pretty excited about it. If anybody's already played this and they want to give me a heads up, good or not, let me know. So a little earlier, I was talking about Sonic Generations for the PlayStation 3 is 3D compatible. Why that's such a big deal to me now at this time is because I got something really cool for Christmas. I got a PlayStation 3 3D display. And this thing's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you guys had the same sale that we had, but Best Buy actually put these on sale over Christmas for $100. And my mom picked me one up. Anyways, pretty excited. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it because I'm basically maxed out on TV space here. But I'll set it up one day, and it's cool to actually play a couple things in 3D. One of the other really cool things about this as well is this actually comes with MotorStorm Apocalypse. So, not only do you get this 24-inch 3D PlayStation 3 display, but you also get MotorStorm Apocalypse, all for $100, so thank you so much, Best Buy. I feel really bad about this. I mean, PlayStation put these out just last year, and I think they were like $500 when they first came out. But, hey, you know what? I'm excited to pick one up for a pretty reasonable price, and I'm going to check it out. Pretty cool. So, my mom, who picked that up for me, also decided to get me an extra pair of 3D glasses because basically one of the cool things about this thing is your PlayStation 3 is also a 3D Blu-ray player. So my mom came up with the idea that maybe me and my wife would want to watch some 3D movies on it. So the set already comes with one pair of glasses. She picked up the extra pair of glasses so my wife could watch movies with me. The only problem is my wife absolutely hates 3D. So we played it cool. We didn't tell my mom, obviously, but anyways, my wife, she refuses to watch anything in 3D. She says it just doesn't work for her, kind of hurts her eyes, so anyways, I got an extra pair of 3D glasses. Maybe if I ever decide to actually play video games against somebody in person, I'll actually let them use the glasses on the 3D display. But anyways, when I get a chance, I'm excited to hook my PlayStation 3 up to this and check it out and play some Sonic Generations in 3D. I'm trying to think, if anybody knows any other 3D games for the PlayStation 3, let me know, will you? I'd really appreciate that. And last but not least, I got for Christmas from my wife the NEO GEO X. I can't believe how much maligned this system is. It just absolutely blows my mind. NEO GEO X, you know, it is what it is. It's a portable emulator, but for some people, like myself, I'm never going to come across a NEO Geo AVS or a consoleized MVS. That's probably something that's not going to happen for me. So anyways, I was excited that an official SNK product came out that was a handheld version, which I think the handheld is pretty decent. I mean, I don't know if it's worth $150 or whatever they're charging just for the handheld, because you think about it, you can get a Nintendo 3DS XL right now for around the same price, so I get where you're coming from there. But what I look at this is an official product by SNK. I got the Gold X edition, obviously. So I also got the docking station that looks like the old AES. And I got the full-size controller, even though it's a little bit different. To me, what this seems like is a really, really high-end emulation type station. You think of, let's say, you can get Atari Flashback. It's made not by Atari, by another company, and it's usually pretty cheap. It's great to be able to play a couple of those games on your TV, but, you know, it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. Then there's a new Sega Genesis type Flashback now. I've only seen it. I haven't tried it myself, so I don't know what it's like, but I'm assuming it's the same thing. What I like so much about this is the idea behind it. I can play a lot of great games, like Last Resort, which I can't tell you how much I like. It's a Neo Geo CD game. It's incredible. No Electric Adventures really likes it as well. And I'm having so much fun playing that. Like Metal Slug, I can get a Metal Slug Anthology. some of the other games, like Magician Lord is another game I really enjoy. So it's very cool to be able to play those. What will determine if this system works or not is if it remains kind of like an emulator. If the games that they release in the future are old NEO GEO games, then you know what, I'm going to be a little disappointed. What my hope is that they're actually going to release new NEO GEO style games on this thing. I know I'm probably hoping for too much, but you always hope for something like that. I mean, like if Sega did this, if Sega did, you know, their own little new Nomad, Genesis style, and then release like Streets of Rage 4 or, you know, Golden Axe, new Golden Axe game, or a new Sonic game in that style, I'd be all over it. I'd be the happiest person in the world. I'd love it. I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know, that's kind of what I'm hoping for this thing. I mean, I don't even know if they're going to release any more games. I mean, we got the Ninja Master game card with this, but I can't find any information on what the next release is going to be. So, I mean, time will tell how beneficial the system is, but for the time being, it's a very, very high-end emulator made by SNK. So, I love it so far. Only complaint I have is when you hook up the docking station to the TV through the AV cables, picture's kind of dark, so that kind of disappoints me a little bit. Otherwise, I really enjoy my NEO GEO X. Alright guys, so that clears me up. That's everything I got for Christmas and everything I got shortly around Christmas or after Christmas. Promise you, this is the last video with modern day pickups only. The next video, it's right back to classic stuff, and I picked up some amazing stuff. I've got 2 hauls that I'm going to put into 2 separate videos. Right before Christmas, anybody who follows me on Facebook, you've probably seen some of the stuff I picked up already, but I got some amazing stuff, and I can't wait to show you. Alright guys, this is Michael B. the Game Genie, and I'll talk to you next time. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I definitely have the consumption. It's the Black Death.